Hey everyone, welcome to the show. So karma is still coming for Rudy Giuliani. and he might be trying to free up some resources and tie up a few loose ends before Jack Smith and Fonnie Willis come for him before they file charges. I'll explain that and what I mean in just a minute. But first, the biggest news, which happened on Friday afternoon. A panel of three attorneys released a report of their findings in relation to Giuliani's disciplinary proceeding. This was for his DC license, and the attorneys unanimously recommended disbarment. They cited an election lawsuit that he filed in 2020, and they said that this was one of the reasons for their recommendation. Their report stated, quote, he violated Pennsylvania Rule of Processional Conduct 3.1 by filing a lawsuit seeking to change the result of the 2020 presidential election when he had no factual basis and consequently no legitimate legal grounds to do so. His prosecution of the lawsuit also seriously undermined the administration of justice. In addition, these attorneys wrote, quote, respondents' frivolous lawsuit attempted unjustifiably and without precedent to disenfranchise hundreds of thousands of Pennsylvania voters and ultimately sought to undermine the results of the 2020 presidential election. He claimed massive election fraud, but had no evidence of it. By prosecuting that destructive case, Mr. Giuliani, a sworn officer of the court, forfeited his right to practice law. He should be disbarred. The attorneys also said that Giuliani's claims of election fraud were, quote, fundamentally vague, speculative, or facially incredible, and that they, quote, completely failed to demonstrate that fraud had occurred. And Giuliani's lawsuit, they said, was, quote, unparalleled in its destructive purpose and effect. Then they went on to say, quote, he sought to disrupt a presidential election and persists in his refusal to acknowledge the wrong he has done. For these reasons, we unanimously recommend that Mr. Giuliani be disbarred. So they didn't just say disbar him, they repeated it over and over and over again. And Giuliani, during this proceeding, or previous proceeding, because it took place a while ago, but he tried to argue that he didn't have time to investigate the election fraud allegations. That was his excuse for why he wasn't aware that they were fake, these allegations. The attorneys wrote that argument, quote, is singularly unimpressive. Unfortunately, this isn't the final word, though. The matter will now be sent to the DC Court of Appeals, and then they will determine if his license should be revoked. And it will be based, of course, on these findings of these attorneys, but it's the final decision is theirs to make. I can't imagine that they're going to allow Giuliani to retain his license after this, but we'll see. And this decision, I'm thinking, if I was John Eastman, this would make me a little more than nervous. So I will definitely let you guys know when I hear more on this front with Giuliani. Also, I will definitely keep you in the loop on the Eastman disbarment case. As I mentioned, though, last week, it has been put on hold. It won't pick up again until the end of August. But there's more Rudy Giuliani news before I let you go. It was reported also on Friday that Giuliani was in settlement talks with his sexual abuse accuser, the woman who was his former employee, Noelle Dunphy. According to Insider News outlet, his attorney mentioned this kind of in passing when he was at the courthouse for a proceeding. But then a spokesperson for Giuliani issued a statement and he refuted this. He said, quote, the only discussion of settlement related to resolution over the fee dispute related to Ms. Dunphy's remand motion. I don't know if I believe them. I don't know if the attorney just let it slip, but I guess time will tell. Again, I'll keep you guys posted on that. Also, Giuliani was trying to use one of Trump's tricks. He was trying to move the sexual abuse case out of Manhattan and into a federal court, but then he abandoned the idea at the last minute. So think about that. Think about what that conveys. We're talking about Manhattan, New York, and Giuliani doesn't want to have the case heard by a jury of his peers in New York, where he was the mayor. I mean, he was considered to be America's mayor after 9/11. He was so revered by not just New Yorkers, but all Americans. I mean, I even had immense respect for him. I remember after the Saudis sent someone out here, I can't remember if it was the Crown Prince. I honestly don't remember who it was, but I remember someone from the Saudi royal government came out here and gave him a check. They gave him this massive check to help with the costs of the repair for all the devastation caused by the terrorist attack. And when they were handing it to him, they made some comment, something to the effect of, oh, maybe now you understand why people do things like this. When your own country is attacked, it makes you do crazy things, or, just trying to justify it. I know those weren't the exact words, but that was like the idea this person was trying to convey. And Giuliani handed the check back to them and said, we don't want your money. We don't need it. Basically told him where to shove it. I admired him so much when that news broke, but I mean, I guess we're now finding out what a lot of New Yorkers already knew. He is just a vile person. So anyway, guys, as I said, I'll let you know as soon as I hear more on all of these fronts, but thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, please subscribe. Getting close to that 25,000. The goal now is 100,000 by the end of the year, and there's a specific purpose for that. It's not just, oh, I get to 100,000. It's because you are then assigned someone to work with you, to work with your channel from YouTube, a Google person that can help you. So in case I have any more of these issues where I get suspended for some ridiculous reason, I can reach out to someone who knows me, who knows my channel, who I can actually speak with, because right now, you as someone with even almost 25,000 subscribers, I don't have the option to speak with anyone in person or on the phone, I should say. Everything is done via email or chat box. It is totally impersonal. They don't know me. They don't know what I stand for. They don't know anything about my channel. And it leads to situations like you guys know that I've had. If you've been watching for a while, you know that I've had my channel suspended a couple times for absolutely absurd reasons that they don't even have to explain to you exactly what they say you did wrong. So that is why it is so vital that I get to 100,000 followers. Again, I thank you so much. If you can donate to the show, that also really helps to keep everything moving along, and so I can get some help in here and bring you even more good news every day. So love you guys. Take care. I will talk with you soon.